Hello, hello, everyone. Thank you for joining me tonight, Mel. Tonight, I just thought we'd come do a little live, do a little crafting, see what's up, see how everyone's doing. I've been saying I'm going to do a live and not doing it over and over again. So I thought instead of telling you I'm going to do a live, I would just pop on in and say, hey, how you doing? And Mel was so sweet to join me because, being up here alone is nerve wracking. So thank you, thank you, thank you.
Oh, I was awake.
This is
It's
awesome, right?
yeah, it's shocking. Shocking Cotton. I'm shocked. Which Bridget probably doesn't know what that movie is because it was made after, 1973. So, yeah. And it's not a James Bond movie.
Well, yeah, maybe. Well, let's see. We have Oodles in the chat. Hello, Miss Vicky and Sandra and Denise Lee and Sarah, Michelle J, Miss Lisa, and Pinko Pal. I cannot remember your name. I'm sorry, sweetheart. And Stitching on the Hill, Deanna. Thank you for joining me tonight, everybody. What are you working on? What's in your cup and all that fun, good stuff?
Hello, everybody. I, of course, I can get one more thing done for Erin, Crafting Kitty Erin's, creator spotlight.
Right.
Starting last night at like 11:30 p.m. I'm like, oh, I can get one more thing done. One more thing. So I'm like this far on a scarf.
Oh, that's pretty. What yarn are you using?
It, it it's Timu yarn.
It's pretty.
But it's they said it was a hand dyed acrylic. It came in a hank.
Well, that's cool.
So it's a bit scratchy for an acrylic. It feels more like a wool, and they sometimes mislabel things.
Right.
So I'm wondering if it was because they have some of their wool blends and some of their 100% acrylics that are hand dyed that come in the exact same colorways.
Oh, okay.
And so I'm thinking this one might not be, because I got some of the hand dyed acrylics and they're soft. And this one just not quite as soft, but it also feels a bit like Red Heart. So maybe it's more like that kind of acrylic.
Right. That could be.
Yeah.
Let's see. Miss Sarah Mahoney is going to attempt her first line bag. That is absolutely awesome. I would love to see a picture of that when you get it done. And let's see. Miss Lisa, of course, she is the fastest knitter I know. She does a knit race, Lisa's knit race. She gets like a hat done a day at least. This lady, and was on straight needles. That's like, wow. Yeah, beautiful work. And you would never know that she made the hat on straight needles. Like, never see a seam. She does such a good job.
So she does it flat and then sews it up.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Let's see, Miss Oodles or Miss Vicky Oodles she says she's working on a baby blanket. That's awesome. Drinking some water, very healthy choice. Miss Sarah, are you talking about the pink yarn that I got today, in the Happy Mail, or something else? Let's see. Yeah, I think that's one I got today. Well, hello, Miss Charlie. How are you, sweetheart? That's Miss Bixby's Legend. That used to be Have a Yarn with Charlie. I'm sure many of you know Miss Charlie. She is an awesome lady, too. I still need to send her little guy. He's been sitting here waiting to go to her, but,
He is so cute too. There, there is a fly flying around my room.
Hmm. Um. Hmm.
Oh, Sarah Mahoney was saying which one Pinko Pal. They're
Oh.
talking to each other, and she said the cat's meow. It's
Oh.
worked on 2 colors.
Oh. Okay.
So they're talking to each other about something called the cat's meow. I guess it's a pattern.
Oh. Okay. Okay. Well, I can't keep up with the chat, so if I could do that, I'd probably understand that they were talking to each other.
Yeah. And
Even
now
when it
I'm
goes
interested
slow.
in what the cat's meow is. Now I'm like,
Right.
ooh.
Well, that's awesome, Miss Deanna. I hope that you get many, many more past that first 100. That first 100, there's nothing better than that feeling right there. That first
Hmm.
100 is like, oh, I never thought I'd get 10. If you're anything like me, you doubt yourself so much and
Hmm.
whatnot. So well, I think Mel said she's doing a scarf, if I remember correctly.
Yeah, by the secret yarnery, the drunken granny scarf. Real easy to, you just got to remember your space piece.
Right. Well, congratulations, Miss Mary. I hope that you get many, many more as well.
Yes. And I saw somebody ask Lisa, Ruby is already in my sister's room for the night, and so she settled down for the night. And Ziva is a a solid lump under my covers, thinking I can't tell she's licking her paws because she's moving constantly. She thinks, oh, I'm under the covers now. I can lick.
Well, obviously, if you can't see me, or if I can't see you, you can't see me. So,
Right, right. Or hear the constant blah, 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 blah. And I'm like, I let her do it for 2 minutes. And then I'm like, stop it, stop it.
and I was until about probably 15 minutes before the live started, was spinning, but it's a little sticky in the house. Summer has started here in South Carolina. It is ooky sticky out. So I have to wait for the house to cool down a little bit before I can start spinning again. But until then, I grabbed more of a mindless crochet project because I'm designing it as I go. I have not decided yet. It's still in its, I haven't, we don't know where we're going to go with it yet. Either it's going to be a tank top or it's going to be a summer dress. We'll see where the yarn takes us. I have, this is some yarn from Mexico. I got it from my friend Veronica over at Veto's Crochet Gifts. She is a dealer for some Mexican yarn and she had a live sale. And I'm like, mine, mine, mine. Thank you.
Is there any, like, did they import any vicuna? And you got some by mistake?
Oh, goodness, I wish. No, this is cotton, but it is definitely garment worthy cotton. It's very soft and poofy.
Well, they have to have garment worthy cotton down there. It's hot down there. What do you
Right,
think
for
these
sure.
shirts are made out of and everything? Wool? No.
Actually, wool breathes pretty good. I would most of the time prefer to have my lighter weight wools than some cottons.
Well, yeah. If you're like using like the lace weight and you make like a very fine shirt, but okay, we go wool in Finland versus wool in Mexico, and
Difference,
you
yeah,
know you got a difference there.
yeah,
But
for sure. Well, the fur babies are doing good. I put the girls to bed because the neighbors are building another shed to put people in. Um, so there's a lot of banging and whatnot going on over there. And every time someone makes a noise or turns on their music, the girls started barking, and I didn't want you guys to have to deal with that. So I put them to bed for the night.
Is that the banging I'm hearing?
Probably. Yeah,
It doesn't.
it's almost
It doesn't.
dark out, but they're still working.
It doesn't sound right when you say build a shed to put people in.
Well, I mean, it's what it is. And they have a house. They have a yard barn. The yard barn has people living in it. They have a camper. The camper has people living in it, and they're building another yard barn thingy for people to live in.
Yeah, Mama G would be like, "It's a chick box."
Yeah.
It's a chick box, and she'd be like, "I live in it with my yarn."
Right? Well, I don't see it. What the heck? Charlie said she gifted 5 memberships, but I'm not seeing it on the YouTube or the StreamYard side. And I was trying to figure out how to gift memberships, and because I know I'm supposed to be able to, being that I got the partial monetization,
Well,
I'm not
since
seeing
she's a mod, she should be able to go up to where it says top chat, live chat, and there should be something called group funding or something funding. And she should be able to see if there are any super chat, live chats, or
it's
membership.
member.
Yeah, if it went through, it would be up there.
Yeah.
Mods and you can see that, but only you guys can. Hi, Aussie Sandy. Welcome in. Hi, Celestial Rogue. I'm trying to see everybody. And hi, Deborah Richardson.
Well, I think when it's done that to other people, Charlie, I think it will end up refunding you it. It should anyways, because it didn't come through on this end. But I'm not sure how to fix any of that because it's never happened before. Any of it.
Yeah. Hi, Brenda.
Yes,
Sorry if I'm waving while I'm looking down. That's where my chat is. It's down here. Yeah, either it'll come through in a little while in the chat, and actually go through, or it'll refund you.
Hopefully. Let's see here. That's what I was doing.
I don't know how you gift memberships, Bridget, because I know they give you some memberships per month to give out, but I don't know how you do that. I know Crystal, the Ernie Chicken, knows how to do all that. So, I mean, she'll be more than willing to help if you need help.
Right. Yeah, I'll have to reach out to her and ask her how to do all that. Either that or Dawn. I know both of them are really good with all that.
Yeah.
Stuff. And I got to figure out how to make the little videos for like thanking people and celebrating memberships. I don't have any of that stuff yet. I'm very technologically challenged, but I'm trying.
Right. Jim might be able to actually help you with the videos.
Yeah.
If you can't figure it out. I mean, I would think you could just make up little videos in whatever editor you have and then export them and have them sitting by, but I wouldn't know how you would play them in your live.
Right.
Mara would know how to do that because Mara plays them all the time.
Right.
So she would know how to, just hit this button in your video. I have no idea how to do that.
Well, hello, Miss Karen. You guys, I have to plug her just a little bit. Miss Karen Smith here in the chat is the lady that made my beautiful hat for me.
I
She
love
made
that.
the king's hat in mine. And if it wasn't for the amazing base that she gave me, I would have not been able to complete this veil the way that it is. And not to toot my own horn, but I think it looks fabulous.
I don't
But
know. I think it's a little to the left.
but if any of you ever wanted to get one of these, you can get a hold of Miss Karen through Facebook. There's a post in my Facebook group. You can contact her through there, and you guys can work all that out. And it's a fun thing for Halloween or just something awesome to have in your house because it looks really cool. Just saying. And she does all the colors. I've seen these in so many colors, and they're so pretty every single time.
Hi, Melanie J. How are you? And Kim G came in. Hello.
And Celestial Rogue, hello, Miss Sue.
Someone said, Celestial Rogue said, maybe it's not showing the gifting because no one has allowed gifting in this group yet. Like, no one's turned on that they can receive a gift. I know I did it in another group, but I thought you only had to do it once.
When I first started seeing it, I had to do it everywhere. But after the first 5 or 6 times that I accepted gifts or put that I accepted gifts, it just automatically for everywhere accepted gifts.
Yeah. Or Charlie saying maybe on your end you have to do it for the group, like allow gifts in the group somehow.
I'm not sure. I'll have to reach out to one of the other girls that has made it this far. And I did want to let everyone know that I do plan on doing a party to thank everybody for getting me to the monetization. However, I want to hold off until I actually get the full monetization so that I don't feel guilty for not throwing 2 parties. We'll just have a couple really nice gifts for the full monetization.
Here, I just bought one membership to see if it would work.
That way to give me some time to. Oh, yeah, it went. Thank you very
a
much,
single
Ms.
one went through. A single one went through, so maybe it was just something that big or a glitch at the moment.
Right. Hopefully.
So, and Deborah said she didn't have to allow it in this group. She did it at a different time. So Charlie, no problem, Deborah. Charlie, you'll probably get refunded for that one then.
Hopefully. And thank you very, very much, Mel. That was very sweet of you.
No problem.
Hello, Miss Samantha.
Hello, Samantha. And hello, Yearning for a Smile.
That is Miss Kim. Kim is a very nice lady. She's been doing some lives here lately, too. I've been popping in and hanging out with her for a while. She's full of wonderful information and fun facts. And
I love fun facts.
Her yarn barn thing, the walls just make me I clean up the mess. Beautiful yarn.
Mama G just did a small yarn opening, and I was like, I have the perfect pattern. She was like, I need pattern ideas. I need ideas. And I'm like, I have the perfect pattern for that yarn. So just send it right on over to my house. I've got the perfect pattern, it just send it right over, And then she got Noro, and it was in a beautiful color. And I was just like, And I guess she, did her patented sleep. I'm half asleep ordering. I love Mama G to death. She is, I adore her. I'm seeing her Sunday. I didn't realize it was Sunday. I'm seeing her.
That's not fair. I'm jelly. You've gotten to see her twice, and I haven't gotten to see her anybody yet.
This will
Other
only
than,
be the twice. This will only be the twice.
the only person I've met because of my channel, and I apologize to her if she ever sees this video. I was so stinking awkward. I didn't know what the heck to do, walking around like, what the heck just happened? I actually had a subscriber recognize me in a store. And I was so dumbstruck that, yeah. I did not handle it correctly. I wish I would have been way less awkward and, taking the chance to actually talk to somebody new.
Yeah.
Thank you, Miss Charlie. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And I sent you the link if you have time and you would like to come up, but no pressure. And if you're, off at work, I completely understand. Let's see.
Yeah. So, well, actually, I'm going to get to meet Craig this time.
Well, you lucky ducky. Oh, that's right. You're going to the concert.
And I guess that means I might get to meet Mars.
Well, that's awesome.
Because Rusty will be there. So I met Rusty the first time, and I'll get to see Rusty again. But Mars has set it up so that Rusty and Mama G are put down as working the concert, so that if Mama G gets overwhelmed at any time, she can go back in one of the back rooms and chill out.
That was sweet of him to do that.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness, Charlie did it again. 5 more memberships. Thank you so much, Charlie. You don't have to do that. They're so wonderfully sweet.
And it worked this time. Yay.
Miss Margie came in. Sorry I missed you, sweetheart. Thank you for coming by.
Let's see. It was Sandra Tanner, Margie's Crafty Corner, Kim, Yearning for a Smile, Melanie J, and Vicky from Oodles and Caboodles got the memberships.
Awesome, awesome, awesome.
Soon everybody in the live's going to be green.
Right? Well, see, we're having a members only live.
Without even trying.
Because I totally didn't know how to set it up. And yeah, I figured it would be easier to set up the members only part through YouTube. But I wanted to do it through StreamYard so that a friend could come up and chat with me. Because
Right.
That makes it so much easier for me.
Right.
I don't have to get anxiety for sitting here talking to myself.
What? Anxiety? Talking to people? What?
Yeah. I wish it was as easy as it looks when it's on camera.
You can always have the king come and chat with your people too, live and in person. I'm sure he would love that.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, the funny thing is he's popped in on other people's lives. When I was on panel, he'll pop in and wave his hand. And oh, I'm so excited. Miss Margie is making me a journal, one of her junk journals.
Oh.
I kind of accidentally ruined my own surprise. Dawn Yarndale was trying to do something really, really nice for me. But I guess she forgot that I'm a lurker and I'm there even if you don't know that I'm there. And so she was talking to Margie about making like a witchy type book. And of course, Miss Margie was like, huh? And so I piped up, herbs and plants and crystals and moons. And I said, well, if you can make one, could you make two? Because I want one. And Dawn's like, don't, because she meant to send it to me.
Aww.
I ruined my own surprise. But I will have an amazing book when all done, I'm sure, because I've seen some of Miss Margie's work and
Aww.
are gorgeous.
Oh, and she's getting extra. She's getting extra, um, orders from Samantha and oh, Charlie. Nobody worries about you having your face on. I'm just, I just brushed my hair and put it back, and you can't even see them. They're so far back. I got little buns on, but
Well, you did more than I did because I got a haircut this morning. I went, okay, we can go live now.
I bet you did. And I checked over my shirt, and I'm like, yeah, I got to change my shirt because I planted potatoes today, and when I sit on the little bench, like the raised bed is up to my chest, so I all I have to do is lean over it, and I can reach the other side. But I was planting the potatoes as deep as I could because it's about 18 to 24 inches deep, and I was like, yeah, gotta get them deep. And I was like, I'm just going to plant all the starter potatoes. And then I was like, I got like no room for anything else.
Now, let me ask you a question. Did you cut your potatoes before planting them, or did you plant them just as they were?
I know you're supposed to cut them, but I planted them just as they were.
You will get less potatoes. Way less
Well,
potatoes.
Well, I didn't know that. I didn't know that.
We got somebody in the basement. Miss Charlie.
Hello, Charlie.
Hello.
Well, next year I'll cut them then. But, I mean, last year I got like 11 pounds of potatoes, and I didn't even plant half of what I planted this year. So I'll be happy if I get, the same amount, let alone twice as much. So,
Right. Oh, you gotta fix your lighting.
Yeah. Oh, I hear a doggy.
little doggies.
Mm. What's up?
Yeah, the neighborhood dogs are going crazy.
Fun. What do you do?
I think one of them might be a dog breeder because they got a whole pack.
Ooh.
When you cut your potatoes, all you have to do is cut one of the eyes out, pretty much. So, like, sometimes you can even quarter them because there'll be an eye in each one, and then you just put the cut side down and the eye up, and it'll go from there.
Yeah, but each of my potatoes only really had one eye coming out of each of them.
And you also
So
don't need to
bother
buy
cutting
seed
them.
potatoes. All you have to do is go to the grocery store and buy some potatoes, way cheaper, and get you just as many potatoes.
Yeah, I just threw out now I had a bag of russets and they started seeding. But the problem was I threw out the bag because two of them had liquefied in the bag. I didn't really want to reach in to get the seeded potatoes out of the liquefied potatoes. Don't judge me on what was in my pantry, these potatoes, on thinking this is how I run my pantry. Okay? I just forgot these potatoes were in there. Okay? Do not judge me on this.
I think we've all had that happen.
It was like, oh, there are potatoes in here. Well, it was dark and cool. They should be fun. Oh, no, this is not fine. How long have they been in here?
So what you working on tonight, Charlie?
I don't know what to call them. Cup fanny packs. Cup wallets. I don't know what to call them.
What?
So it's something you wear to hold your cup, like a drinking cup.
I don't have a cup up here. All I have is Pringles. So it'll have to do.
I'm gonna put you. Oh, where'd you go? How do I do this?
It's another one. Just pick another one. Okay, there's us. Did you kick her out?
I didn't mean to. Okay.
Right. There you go. Finally.
Hi, how are you? Welcome. I don't know what to call it. Imagine.
A cozie. It's a cozie.
Imagine this is your cup, okay?
Uh-huh.
Huh?
Oh.
And it's like a pocketbook. I got here. Oh.
It's probably like a cup wallet. I don't know. Like that would be a really good thing for like the beach or when you're going out, just a couple girls hanging out at a barbecue or something.
I don't know.
Then you know which cup is yours.
Right.
Yeah. But I've been a little busy.
Huh.
Oh, I like that. I have that fabric.
Are those just hair ties you're using on the ends?
Yeah.
Smart.
Oh, goodness sakes. I can't seem to get right.
Okay. You have glitter on your forehead. Oh.
Hello, Jazz.
Hi. I'm trying on the rest of the
Yeah, I'm using vinyl for them.
Charlie, do you still have your website? Did you take that down? And if they wanted to get a hold of one of those, how would they get a hold of you to get one?
I took down the website, but I still have Etsy.
Okay.
Which I have to upload a whole bunch. But at the moment, you could just email me, and I guess I'll put it into chat.
There you go. Now, I do want to remind everybody that this is a video on the channel. So if you come back at the replay and just leave a, hey, we had fun tonight, or, something nice, you don't have to kiss my tushy or anything like that. But, something nice that's appropriate. And then I draw 3 people from this comment section like I do for my other videos.
Hey, Bridget, did you ever get my message that it was my name I think you forgot on that video about Deidre's Happy Mail?
Yeah, I got it, and it was. But I actually missed a couple other people for some reason. My YouTube studio did not show me all of the comments. So I went in through under YouTube and realized that I missed a few people. I have since wrote them down and got them in the cauldron.
Yeah.
Ready to go.
I hope YouTube Studio do that to me too. Oh my gosh.
No, you did not. That is so cute. Oh my goodness.
That is adorable.
She is so talented with that.
That's embroidered.
Yeah, I was wondering if you did that.
You have an embroidery machine?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, you have all the good toys, don't you?
And then some.
But you know,
Oh,
it's funny. She had a sewing machine for over a year
Thank you,
before she
Sandra.
took it out the box. I had to kick her right in her tushy to
She
make her
did.
take that
She
sewing
did.
machine out the box.
She did.
I knew someone who like had to absolutely had to have the newest, bestest Cricut as soon as it came out, and it sat there for over 6 months or something with the tape on the box. And I was like, why did you have to have that as soon as it came out? Why did you have to have the best package deal as soon as it came out for the biggest price, and it's still sitting over there keeps shut?
I'll be right back. I have to get my other glasses. Otherwise, I'm going to be sitting there having you look up my nose.
Okay. Hey, you got a boogie. You might want to clean that.
Right back.
Oh my goodness. Hola Maritza, ¿cómo estás?
Hola, Maritza. Buenas noches. It's a good night. So, what's buenos? Is it buenos tardes? Good evening. Good afternoon. Oh, I have not been in Spanish class in a long time.
Right.
I am sorry.
It's funny. I understand way more than I can speak.
Yes, that's the thing. When I read it, I'm like, oh, I actually understand what I just read.
Well, thank you for coming in, Miss Naomi. It's wonderful to see you.
Hello, Naomi. Now, she's a riot when I watch her. I'm like,
Buenos tardes, good afternoon. Buenos noches, good night. Buenos dias, good day.
yeah, okay. And see, if I don't try to think about it too much, it just kind of comes out, and it comes out the right way. If I think about it too much, I mess it up really bad.
Oh. Got any fun plans for the week, Mel, other than your concert this weekend?
Well, we have to go to New York for a doctor's appointment for me. Well, it's right where all the craft shops are, which I would love. Yeah, I would love to, go to the craft shops, but I am overflowing with stuff. I actually, I will, however, I will pop in to Hobby Lobby since they're starting their clearances. They're starting them, rolling them out nationally. So I will pop in and be like, is it happening? Does it just so happen to be happening the day I come up, when I only come up here like twice a year?
Where in New York?
It's Horseheads, New York.
Okay.
Like near Elmira.
Because I just got back from Long Island this weekend.
Yeah, I live about half an hour from the southern New York border in Pennsylvania. So the closest
I'm in PA.
The closest craft stores to me are literally me going over the New York border into New York and going an hour and a half. And then they have a Michael's, a Joann's, and a Hobby Lobby all in the same little complex. And they just put it in Ollie's like a year and a half ago.
Yeah.
And I have still not gone to the Ollie's.
Oh, girl.
I only get up there like twice a year when I have a little money to spend. And then I'll go around to all the craft stores, and get like two things. So
Ollie's has got a wonderful book section.
I love Ollie's. I love Ollie's so much. And now I knit. And I'm like, and Okay, I haven't been doing ollies in like 6 years. They did not have yarn. They would once in a while get yarn, but they did
Right.
not carry yarn the last time I went. And no, I don't need yarn. And my dad can probably hear me outside my room, so I don't need yarn.
But I
We
want it.
want,
I don't need it, but I want it.
Yeah, and I have a video coming out in the next day or so of I got a happy mail from a friend, and she sent me a 35-pound box, and I was like, why? I appreciate it, but why? I live in a tiny house. Why? I can't. I can't. What am I supposed to do? Insulate the walls with this? Really? Come on.
Mhm.
Well, I have some news that's going to make Bridget drool a little.
Oh, that'll be fun to watch.
Crystal, Jumping Frog, she just made a deal with somebody for a certain amount of money. Now, she called me and she said, hey, you want to get in on this? And I'm like, I would love to, but I can't, because it was $600 for 8 totes of fabric. Wait, plus totes for free. So I was like, I can't do that. I got bills this time, and then I can't even do half. I'm like, shut up. All right, leave me alone. She went ahead and bought it, and she's giving me a good, like, maybe 7 totes of it. And it's all high brand names. And supposedly there's a whole bunch of jelly rolls.
So it must have been a quilter.
Yeah. I'll take it.
Yeah,
Have a good night,
use some
Vicky.
really nice fabric.
I'll take it. Right now, I'm working with my my vinyl. Look, I'm making unicorns now.
The Cricut stuff or the sublimation printing?
What?
Is that the Cricut stuff or the sublimation stuff?
What, this?
Yeah.
No, this is for these.
Oh,
This is regular vinyl that I bought.
Oh, okay.
They're, yeah.
Well, you do so many things now; it's hard to keep up.
You know what? Just love you.
Like I want to talk, right?
That's what I say.
Beating.
That's what I say to Deidre and Jeannie when I have to, or my sister, when I just don't want to fight. I'm like, you know what? Love you. I gotta go. I gotta go. We're just not doing this.
I'm still doing the sublimation. I go to the craft fairs or the farmers market, I should say, every Sunday, and I sell over there. So now I started doing these so I can add these to Etsy, because I think these are flipping awesome, because I'm tired of carrying around a pocketbook. Yeah.
Awesome. I'm thinking about doing setting up a table with one of our other YouTube friends, Miss Cynthia from Cynthia's Joyful Creations, is setting up a table at a local event, and she asked me if I would like to join her.
Oh, nice.
I'm really thinking about it. I thought maybe I could make up some bags and because even if you're not a crafter, you might like a nice tote bag to take in and out of a store or whatever,
Yeah.
Reusable bags are all the craze. I mean, and with everybody doing away with plastic ones,
Right.
There we go. So,
Two people in the house. Not too bad. Not too bad.
I actually want to learn to do better on my Cricut, but I've got so many other things I'm trying to learn or do right now. It's just like, I don't know.
my Cricut's right there. The Explore Air 2. My heat press is right here, which I have to do a video on. It's that auto press.
I
Yeah.
didn't even get to take my Cricut out of the box. My dad did it because he was so excited to use it before me. And I was like, that's my toy. I bought that toy. That's my toy. You don't get to use it. No, stop touching it. Stop taking things out. And he's like, no, we're gonna do the test thing. It came with the thing to try. And I'm like, mine. And
Yeah.
now he uses it more than me.
I do so many things with my Cricut. I even put designs on my shopping bags. Like when they buy something and I give them the bag. It's just a lunch bag, but I use a Cricut with the markers, and I thank you for supporting local businesses, it's got my name on it and whatnot.
Well, that's awesome
Bridget.
that you can do so much with that.
Look who's at the bottom of the chat.
And is it Jade, not Jude? I mean, Jude, not Jade.
I don't know. Some color of the rainbow. Who went and got a Cena from Finland.
Right? That is so awesome. I'm taking that means she is on her native soil. Welcome home, Cena. It is wonderful to see that you made it. I hope that you had safe and speedy travels. And enjoy your, what was it that she wanted to go and get first? She wanted something
Big
to eat.
Mac.
Yeah.
Big Mac.
Not
Okay,
my
now I gotta
choice,
do
you know, to each their
Big
own.
Mac, fillet of fish, quarter pounder, French fry, icy Coke, thick shake, sundae, and apple pie. You ever do that as a kid with your sister or friends or the ham thing?
Was that on that Square record that came in the newspaper? What was that darn song?
No, my sister and I, and you would, do the hand thing, and then you'd have to. There would be other gestures where you'd pull, and then thumbs and for everything.
No, I don't think I did that one. I did Mary Mac and Miss Susie.
It was Mary Mac, and there were other ones, but the big, that one started with your hands like this, and then you'd slap back and forth, and my sister was only 2 years older than me, and so her friends would get tired of her, and then she'd come hang out with me and my friends would want to be friends with her instead of being friends with me because she was cooler, and then they'd eventually get tired of her, and then she'd run out of friends. It'd be a thing.
Yeah, sisters, right? Hello,
and then she'd be like, hi, Doris. And then she'd be like, no, I want to hang out. And I'd be like, I don't want to hang out with you. You stole all my friends. I'm going to hang out with my guy friends. Oh, I'll just come hang out with you and your guy friends. I'm like, heck no. We're not even going in that direction. No.
My little sisters never wanted to hang out with me because I wanted to be in the woods or be under the car and getting greasy and dirty. And they wanted to play with Barbie dolls. So we had nothing in common.
My sisters always dragged me along. They went bowling or roller skating. So I was like, okay, I'll go.
Hello, Miss Karen. Welcome in. Lovely to see you.
Well, I am the middle sister. I had one 2 years older and one 6 years younger. And the 2 year older one always acted younger. So I was the middle sister who had to be the oldest sister.
I was
So,
supposed to.
It teaches you to be strong.
I was technically I'm an only child, but I have 3 sisters. Yeah, go figure that one out.
Right. Only child of one parent, 3 sisters are with the other parent.
yeah, my dad is technically the only child, but he has a brother, but he also has multitudes of other siblings who are all old enough to be his parents because they're from the first marriages of his parents. And then his dad was 55 and his mother was in her mid later 40s when he was born.
Wow. The King and I got on that discussion earlier today, and I'm
Hi, Karen.
like, it's not possible for me. You know, I had cancer and all that stuff was taken out to take the cancer out.
Mm-hmm.
It's not a possibility, but I was just thinking, I'm like, I just don't think I would have the energy to run after. I mean, I would do it like if, a grandbaby got dropped in my lap and, child pieced out, I would do what I had to do. But it is not something that I would choose to do at this stage in life. I just don't got that kind of energy no more.
Well, it was just like we were saying, I always wanted to be a mom, but my sister had 5 kids. And, and I think Jude said, well, it's not too late. And I'm like, oh, honey, I'm taking naps every day with the dogs. I fully admit I am too tired at this stage to even imagine a baby in my life. If some existential crisis happened and a baby showed up in my life, I would step up. But
I thought you were going to say you were going to step on it.
Never, Charlie, never.
I'm sorry. It was just the way you were going, and I'm like, where's she going with this?
No,
Step on it.
but I am a very, very tired Mimi, and I will say Mimi because that is what my youngest niece and my nephew call me.
Mm.
But I pretty much raised all 5 of those children when they were toddler age and even up into the older ages until we moved. So,
Miss Dawn, thank you for stopping in. I appreciate you coming by. If you come back and just say hello on the replay, I am going to draw 3 names from the comments at the replay as well, like I do for all my other videos.
Y'all come back and see us now. You hear?
Mm-hmm.
well, yeah, Mary. I mean, my younger sister is a half sister, but people would go, "Oh, she's your half sister," and I'd be like, what the heck does that mean? I mean, I know exactly what they meant by it technically, but I'm like, she's the exact same sister to me as my older sister is.
Yeah.
I see nothing about half sister or full sister or anything like that. We're all raised in the same house. Even if we weren't raised in the same house, she's my sister as much as my other sister, So,
Charlie, did you see the beauty I brought home yesterday?
No, I was driving so many hours in the car to get back home. So this is the first I've looked at YouTube, and then there you were, and I was like, oh, okay, she's on her life.
I brought home a spinning wheel yesterday from the 1800s.
Wait, that big thing? That thing was bigger than you.
Yeah, uh-huh. And I left it sitting where I took the picture at because by the time things got, the video was made and all that, the King had gone to bed. Well, the room it was going in, I had to walk through the sewing room into the sunroom, which the king will wake up if a mouse farts in the house, so I wasn't
Yeah.
trying to do that. I left it sitting where it was sitting. Well, apparently he didn't realize that I would do something like that, not make noise and move things around when he's sleeping. So he walked into it, into the
Oh no.
in the middle of the night. I'm like,
Oh.
he's like, I thought you was going to move it. I'm like, I didn't want to just move it arbitrarily, move it around. It was sitting here, so I figured you would know to look out when you come to this area. But we were just thinking about it differently is all.
You need like road cones and crime scene tape for your house, and
Well, both of us have a really, I guess, bad habit of walking through the house without turning any lights on, because we don't want to disturb anybody else or have to walk clear across the room to shut the light off and then go back across the room to where pain in the butt. So he was walking through the house in the dark and ran into a sharp pointy thing.
ow.
Oh, Sleeping Beauty. Did he get pricked by this thing? And did he fall asleep?
It's like, I thought
He
it was
didn't
the
get
princess
like
that stuck her finger, not the prince.
he didn't get like another like involuntary surgery or anything, did he?
Like he needs any more.
I don't know.
Hello, Miss Darlene. Thank you for joining us tonight. It's wonderful to see you.
Yeah.
Yeah, luckily he has a very good sense of humor, so he razzed me about it a little bit, and Hello, Miss Sally. Welcome in. Thank you for joining us tonight.
Hi, Sally.
Does this seem like, for the people in the chat, is this a decent time, like the 8:30 to 9:30, maybe 10-ish area? Is that a decent time for you guys on a Monday night, or is there a night that would maybe work better for you? Because I'm trying to do, obviously when I have the energy and when I have the time, but I also am trying not to step on toes if I don't have to. And it doesn't seem like Monday nights is real busy on the streets. So I just wanted to see how, the people that are going to be attending feel about it before I lock in a final decision of whether I'm going to stay here or try some other times and places. Oof, yoga. I get my yoga on the wheel. Does that count?
I used to do stretching. I had the Wii, and I would do the Wii Fit thing, and it had yoga on it, and I was like, I'm planking. Do I have to keep planking? Come on, people. My stomach is almost on the floor to begin with. Come on. Really? How long do I have to hold this? But then I lost like the Wii Fit board that, you balanced on, and it weighed you and all this stuff. And now I'm like, I can't even stand still and not fall over while I'm standing still, let alone pretend to run in place and pretend to hula hoop and
Right.
walk a tightrope. And yeah, I'm not sure. I'm not sure. Yes, Sally, I lost it because we had 220 by 10 storage units filled almost to the ceiling when we moved here, and then we had to find our stuff we had to try to find our stuff inside of them amongst my mother, all of the stuff that was all of our stuff. my mother's stuff, my grandmother's stuff, the household stuff. Just kind of find what was mine, my dad's, my sister's. And apparently we didn't find it all because some of it's still in there. And now my mother's like, you can't go through it without me there to watch you. Make sure you don't steal anything. And it's like, we don't want your stuff. We just want our stuff.
Mm.
Why would we steal yours? Why would I steal my deceased grandmother's clothes?
Yeah, no.
Really?
Hi, Jan.
Hello, Mama. How you doing? Welcome in. Miss
Hi,
Jenny
Jan.
Crafter. She's my YouTube mommy. She said that she doesn't care how big of a mess I am. She'll adopt me anyways. So, you know, that's how that happened. What you got there, Charlie?
Huh?
What you got there? I see you flipping something.
Not the finger. It's the
Now-
unicorn one of peace.
Okay. Yeah,
Now, because that's acrylic, do you sew it or do you just melt it?
No, it's vinyl.
Oh, it's vinyl.
Yeah.
Sorry. So you're sewing them together and everything, and okay.
You know, it's odd, but it's a really fiddly, sometimes very irritating part of making bags or whatever. But it's also a very awesome time. I love watching the object give birth to itself.
Oh, here. Let's look at the wonders of the birds and the bees after effects.
You know, like when you flip, because when you flip a bag, you know, you literally got to pull the inside of the bag out, and it like gives birth to itself. It's like, voila, here's your bag.
The first thing I taught myself to make on the sewing machine when I relearned the sewing machine a couple years ago, I made some box bottom drawstring bags, and they were lined. They were box bottom. I was like, I did good. They're lined. They actually sort of stand up, you know. But I made my own drawstring out of the fabric. But, you know, I wanted it to be neat. So I actually did the real thing. That's so cute. And I sewed it inside out. But I made it like this big. So, like, I have a safety pin on it, turning it inside out. And I'm like, we move a 1/4 inch, we shimmy it down. We move a 1/4 inch, and it was like 2 feet long. And I'm like, we never do this again. We never do this again.
I make scrunchies too.
Oh.
And this grabs onto whatever, clip it, and just right there. I did that safety pin crap.
I put mine on this, so I hook the fabric in the safety pin. Then I run this through the tube. And
she MacGyvered hers.
I guide it through, and then the safety pin pulls it on through.
That's like one of these, but yours is homemade.
Yeah.
And probably works better.
I'm like, I ain't spending money on that. So cheap.
I'll be right back.
See, and I can still remember a certain episode of the original MacGyver. I don't remember what the episode was. I remember he's outside a frickin' cave or something, and he can't get his Jeep to start, so he takes apart a ballpoint pen and takes the spring out of it and uses it in the engine of his Jeep to like do something to the engine of his Jeep, and then his his Jeep will start. And I'm like,
But
no, Sally, no. She thought I lost my Wii Fit board on purpose so I wouldn't have to do Wii Fit anymore. Yeah.
you know, when I started making the bags, I made my first bag like over a full year before I made a bag and someone went, I want one, I have to have it.
Mhm.
But before that, I had used the sewing machine at home ec. I just remembered what they told me. And when, we moved into this house, the king says, I want some curtains. I'm like, I can make curtains. I don't know how to make curtains, but I'll come up with a pattern and make curtains. So I did exactly that. I went and got some fabric and made my own curtains. And I messed it up a lot, and a lot of my mistakes, I did not rip them out and rip them out and redo that piece of fabric. I actually left the mistake in the fabric form so that when I would look over at it, I went, oh yeah, I remember. Don't do that again. Like the time that I sewed the right side of the bag and the wrong side of the bag together rather than the two right sides. So when I flipped it, it was inside out. Out. Yeah. So of course, I should have retaken all those, that seam out, and that's all it would take to fix it. Take that seam out, flip the bag the right way, re-sew it, bag's done. But I purposely left that bag wrong because I will look over at it and go, don't do that again. Double check yourself. Don't go on autopilot.
Right.
That's the biggest thing is just taking the time to do each step. And even if you think the step is unnecessary, like, why do I want to iron again? Trust me, the end project you will be so much happier with. You will have so many less frustrations if you just take the time to do that little bit of ironing.
Right.
And
feel better, Jan.
oh, okay, we'll get better, Mama. Loved you. But and honestly, guys, like I don't know all. I don't know half of the stuff there is to know about the crafts that I do. I just do them. I do them because I don't care about knowing all the rules. I'm enjoying what I'm doing, so I do it. However, if anybody ever gets stuck on something, sewing, knitting, crocheting, whatever, besides giving out one of my patterns, I will walk you through anything that I do know. If you need a step-by-step video conference to thread your machine, call me up. Hit me up. I'm sure we can find a time that works and I can sit down with you one-on-one. If the videos on YouTube are not helping you, if you have more specific questions, there is no problem whatsoever of sending me a message saying, hey, Bridget, I have this, this issue. This is what's going on. It does this or whatever. And I will take the time to try to help you figure out what it is that you need to figure out. And even if you just need someone for moral support and cheerleading you on that you've made your first whatever it is you're making, heck, I'm up for that too. Crafty, I'm in.
And I think that's a big part of what I love about this community and the people I'm meeting is the support. The support. Doris, I think that's so sweet that you made those placemats for your daughter's tea party birthday.
Anything that we make with our hands is, to me, a phenomenal thing. So many people choose the quick and easy route. I can get that at the store. 10 of those for $2. What are you talking about? Yeah, you could. You can go to the store and you can pick up that thing that everybody has in their house. Or you can take the time to make something that,
Right.
even if it's something that everybody might have in their house, they're not going to have one made by you.
Mm-hmm.
You know? And that to me goes a long, long way. If the person is craft worthy, some people just unfortunately are not, you know, and we all, I think, have at least one of those that we know, whether it's friends or family, that we know, no, we're just going to go to the store and buy something for them. But for the most part, I think making it by hand and, taking that time means so very much. And it's something that the people that, when one day we make our final trip home, the people that we leave behind can hold on to that and go, so and so made this for me with their own hands. They showed me how much they loved me, and they have that wonderful memory every single time they look at it.
Yep.
That's right. Like I have all the blankets that my grandmother made me and made all my children. And they're locked up in a tote because I'm just so afraid that someone might look at them and they get stained. I'm hoping one day
We'll look at it that way.
little grandbaby, and the little grandbaby can then be wrapped up in something that their great great grandmother made. And I think that would just be the most awesome day in the world when I can pass those
Mhm.
up.
I mean, my nephew, I think I moved it. It was over here for a while. My nephew, oh my gosh, I missed his birthday.
One of your
I
nephews?
call him on his birthday every year, and I sing to him. I made it a tradition. My bio dad does it for me, and so I do it for my nieces and nephew, and my sister and my dad have started joining in when I do it for them.
Oh, that's awesome.
And so they get on the phone line with me and we all sing happy birthday. Now, the older ones, we always get their voicemail. But the younger two, if we can get a hold of them, we try to. But I just realized it's the 29th and his birthday was the 23rd. And I have been so absent-minded, I did not even notice, and it's been almost a week. He turned 17.
Oh my goodness. Almost grown.
No, he's my baby. You shush your mouth. You shush that mouth of yours. He will always be my baby.
Well, yeah, but I mean, there's a difference between a grown baby and a young baby.
No, he's this big. He's this big. He wasn't even that big when he was born. He looked like a grumpy little old man. He was bald and he was grumpy looking.
Oh, that would have been just awesome, Miss Deborah.
Oh,
That made that mama feel very, very, very special.
I bet it did. My mother knew a little knitting. I didn't even know she knew knitting at all. She has a christening dress partially done for my older sister.
That's a very long-standing whip.
My older sister will be 47 this June. And her christening dress is in a plastic bag with the plastic straight knitting needles, some very, very old yarn. But now it's been in the storage unit and mice got in there. Now they had plenty of bags of clothing to go after. So I'm going to hope they stayed away from yeah, I mean, it made it this long
Right.
in attics and, houses, and traveling with us through all of our moves. So if I ever get my hands on that whip, I'm going to finish it.
Right. Yeah, I would too.
Now that I know how to knit, I'm going to fit. If I can figure out where it is in the batter, I'm going to finish it. And then I don't know what I'm going to do. Maybe like donate it to like a charity auction or something, or something.
That would be
But
awesome. I have a small child sweater that all the pieces are there. They just need to be seamed together that my grandmother started. I'm not sure for who, but I'm going to finish it, and I think I'll probably keep it and just put it on like my teddy bear, because
mhm.
I have a stuffed teddy bear that belonged to my great grandfather. And
Well,
when I was little, he was still around.
mhm.
And I would go over to their house and spend the night every once in a while. And every time I did, I would snuggle up to this teddy bear. So when he passed, they gave me the teddy bear, and that teddy bear stayed in my bed. Top honors, always had the, pride of place, at my in my bed at grandma's house, and I still to this day have that teddy bear. The only thing that's wrong with him is he is now, of course, stained with time. He's what was white, and I was a cigarette smoker at one time. So, he's got some stains, but he's got a little bitty rip in his bow tie. And
Oh,
that's the only damage that he's ever had. I'm so afraid to have him washed. I'm afraid that a wash cycle might disintegrate him.
do you think maybe if you tried soak on him or spot cleaning him?
I'm thinking probably spot cleaning would be about the only thing I would trust, just because, I mean, I just turned 42.
Yeah.
So, you know, and
So
he was
your
my
great
grandfather.
grandfather was probably the same age as my great grandmother.
Yeah.
And she was born in the 1890s.
Yeah. So it is a
Yeah.
very old teddy bear, and I would like to, you know, be able to
You
display
can,
him, but I got to get him cleaned up first.
you can always research, find someone who does antiquities toys, and
Right.
just ask them their opinion on how you might clean him.
Right.
And that shouldn't cost you anything to ask an opinion.
Right.
But,
Yeah.
but yeah. See, my great grandmother, when we would go visit grandma's house, and we'd have our stuffed animals, and then we'd be outside playing, we'd come in and our stuffed animals would be missing, and great grandma would have tried to get rid of them because we were too old to have stuffed animals. And grandma would have to go and rescue the stuffed animals because how dare she? This was not the same age as when she was a child. And,
Right.
8-year olds were working the fields, and, so, let the kids be kids. Let us keep this. In fact, she was going to take us out that day to go buy more stuffed animals. You know, Mom, calm down. You know, no, we did not have to dust the ceilings and do the laundry. We were kids. Let us play. We're going to the park.
Right.
So,
I was very, very lucky. I had the most wonderful grandparents. Well, I'm on my father's side. My mother's side, not so much. But on my father's side, my grandmother and grandfather were phenomenal. They actually were my parents for quite a while. They had
like,
custody of me even. So
yeah. and I am so happy you had them. And
Yeah.
my grandma and my pappy were absolutely wonderful too. And that's my dad's side. And then my grandpa, Vinicombe, who is my stepdad's father, was an amazing man. And then my mom's side, I would go visit them, but I realized when I became a teenager, I was like, these people aren't quite right in the head, you know? They're really not good sort of people. Yeah. Why do I keep coming out here? Oh, yeah, I like going on planes. That's right. I like planes.
We're
Yeah.
going to call a 9-minute warning. We're going to close her down at 10 o'clock, and it is 9:51 here. So,
But,
the chat slowed down. I think everybody's
yeah.
going to be sitting back and hooking away, which is awesome. Hopefully, working on something beautiful. Either that or dozed off for the night.
Grandma and Grandpa Walton were. Sally wishes Grandma and Grandpa Walton were her grandparents.
My sisters watched those shows, the Little House and stuff. I had other things to do.
I liked being out and playing, but I was also addicted to television. Like, because you couldn't record, you couldn't pause and everything. If people talked to me while I was watching TV, if I missed anything, if they made me get up and do something while it was on and I missed my show, I had meltdowns. And it took me a good long, long time to realize it's just a show. One, they're probably going to replay it at some point. You're going to be fine. And then two, then DVR and all that came out, and I was like, oh yeah, okay, I'm okay. I'm okay. I'm good. And now it's streaming, and I'm like, oh, I'm fine. But yeah. Oh, Doris is tired. Doris, we were in some. I got a little winning streak yesterday in Joe's Sunday Fun Day. I won twice, some seeds, and then I actually won something crochet related, which is rare for me. But and then Terry was nice enough to pass her seeds on to me too. She said, "Oh, that way he has less shipping." And I was like, "You have no idea how many seeds I already have."
Right? Yeah, you have a good collection.
But I was like, maybe you want to pass them to someone who hasn't won. She's like, no, I really want to save him on shipping. And I was like, all right, you do what you want to do. You do what you want to do. And then, but so when I won the crochet thing, it was a Winnie the Pooh crochet kit. And I thought about it and I'm like, you know what? I want to pass it on. And who was sitting there going, come home to me, Winnie the Pooh, but Doris. And so I'm like, you know what? Give Doris the Winnie the Pooh kit. Give it to Doris.
Those kits are rather fun. I've had both of the Star Wars ones and a couple other ones, and I've really enjoyed them. The patterns are not like the coolest ways to do amigurumi.
Yeah.
But they do make pretty cool things, and like the Star Wars collection was really fun.
He has the Star Wars one. He's given away too.
I think it's my glasses sliding down my nose, making me look like the old librarian lady, looking a little saggy.
Yeah, Bridget doesn't go to sleep till the sun's been up for at least an hour.
Most of the time. I'm kind of the same way with the TV anymore, though. But we didn't have TV growing up, so I don't really watch a lot of TV. I do like movies. But most of the time, I play movies that I've seen 10 billion and a half times, so I don't actually have to look at the screen to know what's going on the screen. So the TV is there mainly just to make me feel not lonely. There's people talking,
Oh,
so I feel better.
yeah.
You know.
Thank you, Deborah. And Doris, I don't know, you just seem to want it, and I wanted to make you happy. And she's gonna show me what she makes from it when she makes something. So, who's
Awesome.
your favorite character, Doris? Who's your favorite Winnie the Pooh character? I like Eeyore.
My sister loves Eeyore. I actually made her one a couple years ago, and she just loves it.
Oh, I used to have a big stuffed Eeyore, and his tail would Velcro on and off, but it was still connected by a string, so you wouldn't lose it completely. My aunt apparently is obsessed with Eeyore. Her whole spare bedroom, the whole bed, is covered with Eeyores, stuffed Eeyores. I'm like, how's anybody supposed to sleep in here? You got like 30 Eeyores on the day bed. I mean, yeah, that's a lot.
Yeah, that's a lot of Eeyores.
Yeah.
Oh, bother.
Have a good night, Angela.
Yes, it's been so wonderful hanging out with you guys. You
Mhm.
know, honestly, it's never as bad as the anxiety makes it feel once I get here,
Nope.
but getting here, the anxiety is so bad.
Oh, she likes Eeyore too.
Yeah, I actually went on like a mad hunt for like the perfect blue for Eeyore. You know, because he wasn't a dark blue, but he wasn't a baby blue. You
Mhm.
know, he had to have just that. I finally found something that was passable at Hobby Lobby. But man, I tell you, when you're looking for that perfect color, sometimes it can be really rough because, and especially like if you're looking online, you can't actually tell what the
Yeah.
colors are.
Yeah, he's like not like a denim, but not like a navy. He's somewhere like a stormy sky kind of gray blue. You know.
Yeah, kind of fits his attitude. Eh,
Yeah. I think it's Eeyore.
yeah, I'm not the person to ask for any kind of spelling questions. Thank you for coming in, Miss Sally. It was a pleasure to have you here tonight. Yeah, we're just about to hop up out of here, guys. I appreciate everybody coming in. And once again, thank you to everybody that donated memberships. That is really, really wonderful of you. I appreciate that. And I will do my due diligence and get a hold of somebody that can tell me how to do the things that I need to do to make it, fun on your guys' side when things like that happen. But it's a work in progress here. We're all, doing the best we can. And I appreciate the grace that everyone has given me through my learning humps in this channel. But
Oh, you're doing great.
and
You've
thank
had
you.
a lot on your plate lately. So,
Yeah, we roll with the punches. It makes us stronger, right?
yeah, but hopefully it'll calm down soon too with less hospital visits, less surgeries, less things.
And we are just a year away from the wedding. I think I've decided that instead of crocheting all my flowers for the bouquet, I might cheat and go buy some silk flowers and make myself a bouquet that way, and then crochet flowers for decorations around the ceremony area, because I think I just didn't have near the turnout for the flower drive as I was hoping for. So I need to make some flowers for decorations and whatnot, and I can make it with bigger yarn if it's for decorations. And so I'm going to give myself a little bit of a, you know, I'll break there and make it with some silk flowers and do the crocheting flowers for more decorations around the wedding area and whatnot. But plans are always evolving because I never know what I want from day to day. But that's what we're doing for now.
That's the leniency of being a woman.
Right.
You never know what you want from day to day, and that's okay.
But all right, everybody. Thank you very, very much. Oh, Miss Karen, you don't have to do that, but everything that you make, I absolutely adore. So if you wanted to do that, I of course would very much appreciate it, but it is not expected of you to do so. But I appreciate it very, very much. Thank you. And I'm gonna run up out of here, guys. So see you next time. Hopefully next week. No guarantees, because life. But this is what we're gonna try to do. And until then, bye for now.
Bye.